All right, I'm not really used to streaming on YouTube, but I wanted to make a video on this. Um, so basically, fucking Donald Trump had a second assassination at his Florida golf course, and I wanted to watch some videos on this. This shit's kind of crazy.
Already confirmed much of what we heard, that the suspect was in the tree line or the bushes, armed with an AK-47 style rifle with a scope.
That shit is crazy.
Approximately 300 to 500
With a scope?
yards away, about a football field distance away. Our teams have reported out about 1 to 2 golf holes away. It sounds, I'm going to go ahead and bring in Anna Schechter here, who leads our crime and public safety unit at CBS News. And Anna, it sounds to me as though a witness spotted the person trying to run away after, presumably, the Secret Service engaged, because we do know that the Secret Service engaged in gunfire.
Fuck?
We don't know if that suspect returned fire, but that a witness saw this person trying to flee in the car, snapped a picture of the vehicle license plate. They were able to alert law enforcement throughout the state, and that vehicle was spotted on I-95 going into Martin County and stopped, and that person was apprehended, believed to be the person who was pointing this weapon at the former president.
That's right. And you heard the sheriff there pointing out this witness who
They trying to kill this dude, bro. Why they trying to kill him, bro?
was crucial in these moments immediately following this incident. It's still unclear if the person was able to fire off any shots. If he did so, that remains unclear. And you saw their officials said that that continues to be unclear. We heard from Palm Beach County State Attorney Dave Ehrenberg there at the podium that he is preparing a warrant. So the process is now in place. We understand from our colleagues in D.C., they are reporting that an interview is underway at this time. The sheriff said that the suspect made no statement at the time of apprehension, but it is stunning that the individual was able to get in his car, drive off, and head down I-95 only to be apprehended later. But thanks to a witness who saw him jump into the car and drive away, that was probably helpful in getting law enforcement to apprehend him as quickly as they did.
Please correct me if I misheard this, but it's my understanding that in the press conference I just heard that one of the Secret Service agents, part of the former president's advance team, saw a barrel sticking out of the fence and engaged the individual.
Yes, Secret Service was a couple of holes ahead of Trump on the golf course, according to law enforcement that we just heard, and that a Secret Service agent did notice the barrel through the fence. As you stated, about a football field away, 300 to 500 yards away from the former president, and that he engaged, Secret Service immediately engaged fire. It's unclear if the suspect returned fire, but because of the location of the suspect, he was in the bushes that distance away, he was able to actually run to his car, get into his car, and drive away. And I'm sure that that will be part of the...
Yo, this motherfucker shot at him, got in his car, and drove away. The fuck? Okay. At the president. Oh, or the former president.
Investigation, you know, how is it that that was possible? The sheriff, though, in this case said, you know, you should be thanking law enforcement officials for acting so quickly and apprehending him.
We know that officials found that AK-47 style rifle with a scope. What else was found in that area, in those bushes?
2 backpacks with ceramic tile and a GoPro. And you heard the sheriff say just a few minutes ago.
And a GoPro? This motherfucker was trying to get that shit all on video, bro? The fuck?
That the suspect was intending to film what he was doing on his GoPro.
What does ceramic tile mean?
So that, I don't want to speculate as to what that is for, but I'm sure that will be part of the investigation, what was going on in those 2 backpacks. So the AK-47 style rifle and a scope, it is alarmingly reminiscent of Butler, Pennsylvania, where you had the shooter using a scope, bringing an AK-47 in a backpack to the rally location. Again, this was an outdoor venue, which we know from law enforcement is harder to
Damn,
secure.
bro. They really trying to get him, bro.
And you heard the sheriff there say the next time
This shit is
former
frozen.
President Trump goes golfing, they might be thinking
That's not even me. That's on them.
about expanding that periphery.
I wanted to pull on that with you because we did hear there the sheriff say that Trump is not the current president. If it was the current president golfing, they would have had the entire course surrounded, and that they're limited by what the Secret Service can do. Are those comments likely to receive some scrutiny just in the fact that we know that the Secret Service has a finite number of resources, they have a number of subjects that they have to protect? Do you feel like that detail in particular is going to be a subject of conversation?
Absolutely. Yes, it's true that the Secret Service has more subjects than ever that they have to protect. Yes, we know that resources have been strapped. However, you would think that in the wake of the assassination attempt that was carried out just a couple of months ago, this security would have been beefed way up so that nobody could get, within 1,000 feet radius of the former president. But clearly, as the sheriff said, resources continue to be an issue, and I would wager that this will be looked at.
Now, we did hear from the sheriff say that it appears the potential suspect is in custody, that they will eventually book that person into county jail and will let us know the charges. We heard from State Attorney Dave Ehrenberg in the press conference, and he was talking about prosecutors working at warrants and a pretrial detention motion and saying that state charges don't preclude federal charges. Why was that an important detail to include?
That's a great question. So federal charges and state, they're going to want to throw the book at
Yo, an AK-47 with a scope is crazy, bro.
the suspect. Sometimes in these cases, the state charges, they file those first because they want to just get something on the books and then they can update and add to those. But looking at potentially a hate crime, some kind of terrorism motive, I mean, these are all questions that we do not have answers to, but they're looking to motive, and that will help inform what the state attorney and prosecutors put down on paper when they do file charges.
Okay, Anna Schechter, thank you so much.
That shit is crazy.